Namaskar, Jai Shri Krishna. Enunciating text 16 and text 17 of chapter 2, Remembrance of Lord Krsna of 3rd Canto, the Status Quo, Srimad Bhagavatam. Text 16. Mam kheda yadye tadajasya janma vidambanam yada vasudeva gehe vraje cha vaso ari bhaya diva swayam purat vyavad siddha yada nantaviryah. When I think of Lord Krishna, how he was born in the prison house of Vasudeva, although he is unborn, how he went away from his father's protection to Vraja and lived there incognito out of fear of the enemy, and how, although unlimitedly powerful, he fled from Mathura in fear. All these bewildering incidents give me distress, because Lord Shri Krishna is the original person from whom everything and everyone has emanated. Aham sarvasya prabhavah, Bhagavad Gita 10.8, Janmadi asya yatah, verses 1.1.2. Nothing can be equal to or greater than him. The Lord is supremely perfect, and whenever he enacts his transcendental pastimes as a son, a rival, or an object of enmity, he plays the part so perfectly that even pure devotees like Uddhav are bewildered. For example, Uddhav knew perfectly well that Lord Shri Krishna is eternally existent and can neither die nor disappear for good. Yet he lamented for Lord Krishna. All these events are perfect arrangements to give perfection to his supreme glories. It is for enjoyment's sake. When a father plays with his little son and the father lies down on the floor as if defeated by the son, it is just to give the little son pleasure and nothing more. Because the Lord is all pervading, it is possible for him to adjust opposites such as birth and no birth, power and defeat, fear and fearlessness. A pure devotee knows perfectly well that how it is possible for the Lord to adjust opposite things, but he lamented for the non-devotees who, not knowing the supreme glories of the Lord, think of him as imaginary simply because there are so many apparently contradictory statements in the scriptures. Factually, there is nothing contradictory. Everything is possible when we understand the Lord as the Lord and not as one of us with all our imperfection. Text 17. Du noti chetah smarato mamaitada yadaha padava bhivandya pitroha tatamba kamsa duru shankita nam prasidatam no akrita nishkriti nam. Lord Krishna begged pardon from his parents for their Krishna and Balram's inability to serve their feet due to being away from home because of great fear of Kansa. He said, "O mother, O father, please excuse us for this inability. All this behavior of the Lord gives me pain at heart." It appears that Lord Krishna and Baldev were both very greatly afraid of Kansa, and therefore they had to hide themselves. But if Lord Krishna and Baldev are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, how was it possible that they were afraid of Kansa? Is there any contradiction in such statements? Vasudeva, due to his great appreciation for Krishna, wanted to give him protection. He never thought that Krishna was the Supreme Lord and could protect himself. He thought of Krishna as his son. Because Vasudeva was a great devotee of the Lord, he did not like to think that Krishna might be killed like his other children. Morally, Vasudeva was bound to deliver Krishna to the hands of Kansa because he had promised to turn over all his children. But out of his great love for Krishna, he broke his promise, and the Lord was very pleased with Vasudeva for his transcendental mentality. He did not want to disturb the intense affection of Vasudeva, and thus he agreed to be carried by his father to the house of Nand and Yashoda. And just to test the intense love of Vasudeva, Lord Krishna fell down in the waters of the Yamuna while his father was crossing the river. Vasudeva became mad after his child as he tried to recover him in the midst of the rising river. These are all glorified pastimes of the Lord, and there is no contradiction in such manifestations. Since Krishna is the Supreme Lord, he was never afraid of Kansa, but to please his father, he agreed to be so. And the most brilliant part of his supreme character was that he begged pardon from his parents for being unable to serve their feet while absent from home because of fear of Kansa. The Lord, whose lotus feet are worshipped by demigods like Brahma and Shiv, wanted to worship the feet of Vasudeva. Such instruction by the Lord to the world is quite appropriate. Even if one is the Supreme Lord, one must serve his parents. A son is indebted to his parents in so many ways, and it is the duty of the son to serve his parents, however great the son may be. Indirectly, Krishna wanted to teach the atheists who do not accept the supreme fatherhood of God, and they may learn from this action how much the Supreme Father has to be respected. Uddhav was simply struck with wonder by such glorious behavior of the Lord, and he was very sorry that he was unable to go with him. Hare Krishna.